Hello, good morning. We're live. I'm jumping the gun, starting early today. Got a lot to do as normal, as if that's a surprise. I'm actually slightly shorthanded today. My brother Matt is out, so I'll be filling in a couple different pairs of shoes today. So today we're going to look at some stuff that we're shipping out, drink a bunch of coffee, and also answer a couple questions and thank everybody that's picked up something over the last 24 hours here. I'll flip the camera around. And by the way, if you're in the chat, say hi. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. And I'll answer questions after we look at some of these awesome wallets. There's some key holders, belts, an Apple Watch band that we're going to, again, be preparing. Hey, Quan and GH, good to see you guys. Let's roll. Let's go. Okay, start off with some belts. And there's some, this is an extra long length belt here in English Tan Dublin. This one, the prescribed size on here is actually size 44. So this one was custom ordered to fit that person's size. So if the reason I bring that up is if there is a size that you're looking for, this may be larger than what we're offering, there's a possibility we might have longer belt straps that we can make a belt for you. Here's one in natural Chrome Excel. You can see this one's going to be a size 38. We also have a couple other Chrome Excel. I think we have all the Chrome Excel colors today. Here's a really nice color 8, which I believe we just put back in stock, which is a really beautiful, like deep oxblood shade. You can see why we weren't able to keep this one in stock. It's just a really nice color. We also have black Chrome Excel here. You can see the cross section is natural, and that's because this is what people are calling a T-core leather these days, where we do a separate color on top of a different colored crust. So in this example, it's black finished on top of natural, which is very nice. A lot of the black Chrome Excel is finished that way. And we got a natural Chrome Excel here. This one's actually already cut to size. So I can show you the antique brass buckle that we put on. We also stamp our sizes on here. So this one's size 36. And then this one has been cut, so I can show you what the belt end looks like with these teardrop shape holes that I love. I love the teardrop holes. Let's roll into some wallets. Isaiah's here. Quan, 1993. Good morning. And Chase, Michael DeGregory, what's up, guys? All right, let's look at some wallets. I'm going to just start off with this one here first, because it's awesome. There's something magical about the English Tan Dublin on the Bugs Moran right now. And we're doing this little bit of hand-stained edge that really cleans it up and gives it a great look. Very much a minimalist vibe on the Bugs Moran. Then we've got a bunch of key holders. This is a vault key holder. You can see this one doesn't have any of the screw posts put in yet. But this is what the pattern looks like. You have a snap that wraps around this piece, and then you fix 2 different screw posts into these sides, and then you can hang your keys off on the inside. So this is what a completed one looks like here in black shell cordovan. You can see you hang your you hang your keys off in there. Dropping stuff. All right, you hang your keys off on these little posts, and they swivel inside and out, and then stay enclosed from the snap. This is what the reverse side of that black shell looks like. So you might not believe me, but these 2 leathers are the same. And then, in fact, they're finished the exact same way. You can see on the reverse side of the black, it's that green shade. And that's because the black dyes that Horween uses is a greenish tint. It's like a little bit of a green black. Now, here's my favorite shell color. This is the amaretto shell cordovan. Also on that vault key holder. Still need to put the hardware in there. Here's a natural shell cordovan Apple Watch band, which is good to compare next to the amaretto. You can see the natural is much less orange. The amaretto has that like vibrant orangey tan to it. And this Apple Watch band is a thick piece of shell cordovan that is unlined. I find them to be more comfortable. A lot of people are looking for a little bit of thicker strap these days. But on the Apple Watch band, I really enjoy mine. This is actually a work shoe. Chrome Excel horse butts. All right, here's a brand new, oh, no, this isn't the brand new. We do have some brand new Cypress in there that we'll look at, but this is the English Tan Dublin. So we've got English Tan Dublin, thinner pieces on the inside of this guy. You'll notice that the edges, which are dissimilar to the bugs we looked at, these edges have not yet been finished. You can see a little bit of before and after there. They get very, very filled in. A little bit of stain and then some wax and a lot of hand burnishing. So very much cleans them up. We do have another one. Here's another Johnny the Fox Also an English tan Dublin. It's a very beautiful leather, really great color. Sell a lot of English tan Dublin, which is great. I like that shade. Let's actually look at the Cypress here too. All right. This is the new brown Cypress. So Cypress is a new leather that's kind of like a Dublin. Dublin meets Latigo from Horween. So it's a combination tan leather. You get a little bit more density, and it tends to be a little bit more resilient from my experience. It's got a great feel, a really great look. It's a little bit flatter than the Dublin, and then again, more dense. So I've noticed that the luster develops a little bit faster, becomes shinier faster, but the color changes more slowly, which on something like the new Royal Blue is great because you can retain that really vibrant blue shade for a longer amount of time. Here's another piece of the brown Cypress, but this time it's on the vertical Bugs Moran. Very thin pieces of leather are required for this wallet just because there's so many layers in such a small area. There's 2 slots on each side and then hidden pockets underneath each. And another Cypress. Here's another brown Cypress. And I'm a little behind time-wise today, or lacking available time today. So I'm going to rush through, which is probably good. All right, Royal Blue Cypress, again, that new leather, and this is the most recent leather and color that we've started offering. I love this shade. It's a really vibrant blue shade. And I keep bringing it up because it's so surprising to me, but every time I pull out my blue Cypress wallet, I would say actually 50% of the time, every time I pull it out to pay for something, people are like, whoa, that's awesome. Like, what's that blue wallet? They really like the blue. And that's interesting because I've carried wallets out of Cordovan and nobody seems to notice. So there's something about the blue Cypress that is very compelling to a lot of people. We have a Tony the Ant in natural shell Cordovan. I think this might be one of the last ones available. And also great for patina. But you can see, and let's compare this with the raw natural in a second. Take a look at the luster here. It's very, very bright and shiny for a normal piece of shell Cordovan. And it increases in luster, but sort of develops in layers, really, is how I see it. It starts to develop like an internal luster, almost like a glow from the inside. But as we cut these, they start off shiny, which is very much different than the raw natural here. So this is a Bugs Moran in raw natural shell. And you can see as I tilt it around, it does have like a little bit of a luster to it, but it's not that glassy sort of mirror shine that you see on a normal shell. And what's interesting about it, both of them are great for patina, but on a raw natural piece, like this vertical Bugs here, it gives you more opportunity to make it your own style. And you'll see it turn into a bright, shiny luster like a normal piece of shell. And in addition to that, you'll also see the color develop a little bit more golden and definitely darker. And it takes a bit of time, but eventually they become like a completely different piece. So the transformation is really special. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for on a leather wallet from us, at least. All right, we have Capone money clip here in reverse color 8 Cordovan on top of color 8. And this one has a reverse interior with an antique brass spring bar money clip. These are great. We developed that with front pocket wearers in mind, but I wore mine in my back pocket. I liked wearing the Capone in the back pocket. Now we've got 2 pieces of color 8 shell. So these are the classic Cordovan color, and it's like a dark brown burgundy shade, and it's really beautiful. I love the depth, and it's sort of like a subtle depth of color on the color 8 Cordovan, as opposed to something like the Royal Blue, which is like very much not subtle. It's like over the top blue. The color 8's awesome, and I've been really enjoying the way that our team has been finishing our wallets. So look at the edges on this. This is completed. You can see the color on the edges of the wallet match the leather perfectly. We're using the same dyes that Horween uses on the shell. So we get this really great clean look, a very consistent look, and then we wax and burnish the edges, do a lot of handwork, and start to polish them in so they become a lot more glassy and shiny. And on the Bugs Moran here, it's a very, very clean look. Everything is matchy-matchy. Cut that Horween ink stamp into the center, which is what we try to cut them. It's just a special piece. And that wallet right there reminds me of why I've been doing these every day in the morning. Sometimes when I do the longer form, like fancy videos on YouTube, it's more about like a showcase of something new, where these are things we try to stock all the time. So they sort of get forgotten about, at least on camera. So I'm really glad that we're doing these again live every day, because we got really great stuff. Incredible team here in our shop in Chicago. Here's another piece, also color 8 shell, magical piece of shell here, super, super shiny. We just do a little shimmer for you, a little flash you. And then on the edges, this one has that same beautiful hand staining that we do. A little bit of waxing and burnishing gives it that nice look. And then again on this guy, the ink stamp in the center. Great stuff that we're going to be prepping out. Although you notice that some of them are completed. Some of them we still need to do a little bit of work. But that's great. That's why we're here. We're here to do work and get you guys your stuff. So I'm flipping the camera, and then we're going to thank some people here. And then I gotta make stuff. I gotta work on our next event, which should be coming this week. So look forward to that. And then Matt's out right now, so I'll be filling in some emails. So I got a lot going on, and a daughter that had some vaccines at her 2-year appointment yesterday, and she's kind of not feeling great. So it's possible I might have to go get her. All right, let's thank everybody that's picked up stuff here. If I can find it. Okay, if you've ordered something in the last 24 hours here, I'm going to read off your name, and I really appreciate you guys supporting us. And if it's something that's not made to order, you just saw it in the video. So thank you so much to Patrick, Jun Yang, Jonathan, Adam, Andres, Nicholas, Justin, Nick, Paul, Marshall, Mark, Joseph, Jared, Chris, Bo, Barry, Amanda, Joe, Gordon, Charles, and Rigo. Appreciate you guys supporting us. Thank you so much. And we'll be shipping these out today, which is exciting. I can't wait for you guys to have them. Let me sit down here. Try to answer some questions. And importantly, drink coffee. All right, if you guys got any questions, I'll hang out for a couple more minutes here. I'm going to be slightly selfish today, and like I said, got a lot going on, so I'm gonna try to be a little faster than normal. Okay. How about this camera angle, huh? I gotta get another camera, I think. That I don't have to move around. I can just switch between them. Okay, Quan, what's up, Quan? GH, good morning. Isaiah, good morning. Oh, you're the first one here, Isaiah. Good. Friendly faces and familiar faces. It's really great to spend the morning with you, waking up. All right, Michael DeGregory, another familiar face. Chase Smith, how you doing? Quan has a question. Is that piece of leather with the sizing new for belts? Those little tabs that we put in there are for our workshop here. So when I receive your order, your belt is ordered at a size 36, let's say. All the belts behind me, or most of the belts behind me on the rack, are not necessarily, they're not cut to size yet, but they are arranged by potential size. So if we run out of 36s, but I have a 38, I can cut that 38 into a 36 for you. And we just stick that little tab into the belt keeper to know which order to cut it to and like allocate it towards. So that's just for our workshop here. We just use belt scrap and make little tags for it. All right, Isaiah wants to go earn some patina after the live stream here. Love it. Oh, Quan, you got the stone latigo. I really like that stone latigo. There's no like gray leathers, which is, if you watched yesterday's video, I talked a bit about wanting to do some gray cypress, which would be great. Nobody has noticed my shell cordovan hat. Look how stupid. These are Viberg genuine Horween products, like collab hats from years ago. And I had a blue one, and Nick had one of these white ones with natural shell straps. I was like, hey, let me buy that from you. So I picked up another hat. It's like kind of small on me, if I'm honest about it. Oh, Chris, you got your raw bugs? Take a picture. If you get your raw bugs in, I've seen somebody in the Patina Masters group on our Facebook group. There's somebody that took a photo of day one. I would encourage you to do that because it's kind of a fun experience. Like, take the photo and forget about it, and then when you're scrolling through your, camera roll in the future, you're gonna be like, oh man, let me look at the difference. It's gonna blow your mind how much that wallet changes, both in luster and color. Isaiah wants to know what people are wearing in the chat. We got Chris wearing a Color 8 vertical bugs. Nice. Hey, Crispy553. Good morning. Seen you a couple days here in a row. Good to see it. Russ Buckets here. Hey, I've been emailing you, buddy. I'm sorry that I couldn't sell you leather, but Tannery will hook you up. Everybody wants to buy any leather. Check out Tannery Row. I also really like Maverick. Buckle Guy sells leather. They all have different sorts of things. Actually, if you're just starting off and you want to try leather crafting as a hobby, I really recommend checking out Maverick because they sell seconds. So they'll sell you like things that have cosmetic issues on it, and they're less expensive, which is great. And it's all fine. It's just cosmetic. You can make a wallet and wear it and love it, and it's just less expensive. Why not? Especially if you're learning. BFET Rules is wearing a Color 4 shell Herbie. Love it. We got those Color 4 belts. I think actually, if anybody's curious to see what the belts are like, you can ask Russ Bucket in the chat here. Got their Color 4 belt. Yeah, my kid, she's like always glowing and happy, and had her whatever shots yesterday. And today she's like kind of groggy and not happy. But it's pretty powerful medicine, right? I guess that means it's working. I don't know. Ben D says, what percentage of what you sell is made to order? It's probably around 10 to 15%. And I bet you would be more if we like advertised it. We don't really, it's like, it's more, we do charge 10% more for it, but even then it's like it costs us much more than that 10% to actually do it. But we like the idea of you being able to spec out a thing for yourself. So, I could make it all nice and easy, and I probably should consider that. But I don't want the stuff to be unattainable. Like, the mission for Ashland here is to share leather with as many people as we can, and it's already expensive. So, we kind of feel like the private stock concept might help a lot of people go that direction instead of the made to order route. But having said that, there's a lot of times where somebody really wants a certain thing, and we will make that magic happen. So not a lot is done made to order. We like doing it. It's not a like money maker for us. But it's part of our mission, so we do it. BFET says, Isaiah, you got it for your 40th birthday. Just turned 46 and patinaed well. It's dark rich brown now. Nice. That's the color 4 you're talking about. Ben D, when's our next private stock belt going to be? Or what is it going to be? I'm kind of thinking natural right now. We do, if you want to throw in like a informal vote for what should be, just email us, because my brother Matt is starting a list of colors that people are asking for, and it ranges from garnet to green to navy to natural. Actually, one of the colors that we developed when we were prototyping and practicing and like trying out new techniques was a natural shell one that I have at home. I really like the natural. I'm kind of feeling like it might be natural, but I'm not sure. It's kind of be more of based on like what people are asking for. So if you say it in the chat, just informal, like I don't have a great memory, but I do know like when people are like, I really want natural, I really want blue, we'll keep that in mind and try to run that one next. So at the moment we don't have anything firm, and we haven't finished the color 4 belts yet. So you're at least like looking at next month at the earliest. How does natural chrome excel patina versus raw natural shell? Natural chrome excel patinas more slowly, and it doesn't retain the density that the shell does. So it starts to look like a little bit more heritage, like your grandpa's wallet, pretty quickly. And the natural shell, because it is denser, it tends to develop a brighter luster and stays compacted, which is much different than the chrome excel. They both develop great, just differently. Marco De Gregory's got an inverted black Frank. Oh man, awesome. I love that it worked out on the Frank because sometimes those inverted shells only look great on like larger pattern pieces, and the Frank's about as small as we do. So if you got a cool looking small piece, that's special. Beefette's waiting for a Viberg sample sale here. I got to get out to one of those in New York. What's up, Wes? Good morning. Tyler, wearing one of the Fat Herbies in English Tan Dublin that Phil showed 2 days ago. Oh, you got it. Dude, that's so cool. The cycle is complete. I love the way those Herbies are turning out. So you got it's one of my favorite things is something about that English Tan Dublin, man. It's just really, it's nice. And then the best part about it is it tends to get better the more you wear it. So that'd be my advice, Tyler. Just wear it and beat the crap out of it, and it's gonna get even better. Nick Hamilton, good morning from Glenview. Great to see you. Oh, De Niro's here. If I remember correctly, De Niro won a wallet from a giveaway a bunch, maybe like a year or two ago. It's been a while, man. Good to see you, De Niro. And oh, I'm glad that you learned a bunch about leather, Crispy. That's the goal here, man. We're sharing it. Bendy, not sure if you've would be hard to do based on the height you get, but an inverted something would be fun. Oh, for a shell belt? Damn, that would be cool. Yeah, that one's like. So the answer to that is it would only be available on private soccer made to order to do an inverted shell belt because they're all going to be completely different. I have to take a photo of one and then sell it for a bunch of people. So the inverted is just too random to be able to do that. And you may have noticed that we're sort of phasing out some of the reverse cordovan stuff as like our in-stock items because they're just so different. And me putting a disclaimer on there saying, hey, this is going to be different every time is not good enough. People want to know what they're getting, and I understand that. Natural would be awesome. All right, cool. We got a vote for natural for the next belt. Tyler D, hoping your next custom vertical bug ships out this week. Raw, outside, English, and inside hand stitched. I'm enjoying this Fat Herbie in the meantime, so take your time. Nice, man. Yeah, it's, I don't know when you ordered, but we're hitting our quoted dates pretty well. So whatever Matt told you that it would take, that's probably how long it would take. Rust Bucket wants a natural shell belt. Nice. All right. Cool. It sounds like, yeah, there's another beefette with the natural. All right. Brand new cordovan belt is squeaky. Yeah, you know what? Mine was too. I'm wearing mine now. So to give you like a glimpse into the future, here's my shell belt. And I haven't polished it, I haven't done anything. It looks great. I noticed a bit of squeak on mine also, but now listen. It's I'm putting it right to the mic, but it's not that loud. And when I walk, I don't hear it anymore. I did hear it for a bit. So it did squeak for a little bit. It's not that bad here. When it was new, it was like oh, it's a little bit there. That's what you want here. That's that veg squeak. You're gonna get that, but it fades. It subsides. The it's not as audible later. All right, guys, tons to do today. A lot of people here in the chat. Love to see it. Tomorrow I'm not gonna be here, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna work on a little bit of the podcast at home. And by the way, check out Full Grain Podcast if you want to learn more about leather and talk to. It's conversations with people that are making cool stuff. Next week is on Monday. The next episode's coming out as a Q&A with Nick Horan and myself. And then the week after that is a special guest, person that doesn't actually make product, but makes something else that I'm excited to share with everybody too. So Friday I'll be back. Tomorrow I'm out. But look forward to seeing you guys then. And thanks again for hanging out today. Have a great day. Appreciate everybody supporting us. See you later.